Hi, everybody. This is Caroline Sotheby, and welcome to Up, Down, and Around Town. Well, if you haven't been around town, you've missed a lot. We went last Thursday just to give you a bird's eye view again, of what's happening with the farmers market. Not only are they inside the building, but they are outside. And some of these vendors are parked right on Biddle Avenue. And there's entertainment. What was nice about it, you saw a lot of families there, a lot of things going on, a lot of vendors still there, inside as well as outside. And there you see the one group, they're having fun with having bubble balls just flying around. There's the entertainment. There was a different group this past Thursday. And it's sort of nice because you can sit down on the benches. Some people have something to eat and enjoy the time. And of course, there's a gentleman out there who's making little animals with balloons. So can't figure out what might be happening this Thursday, but it's still there between 2 and 7 o'clock, and that's going to be the rest of October yet. So if you get a chance, hop down there. You might find out there's something there that you'd like to get. Anyway, I'm going to find out more because I got Councilman Chris Kelvin on. Hey, thanks for coming on the show for a simple reason that I was paying attention to the council meeting. You had gone to the festival, which I didn't get a chance to do, and other things coming up this coming week. So how was the festival, first of all?
Well, you know, when we put on these festivals through a group that we contracted, Wow 360 was the ones that put it together, Fire and Flannel. Mm-hmm. And I tell you what, there were a lot of people downtown. They were dressed up in their flannels.
Really? Okay.
They have like an axe throwing contest. They have music. They have all kinds of festivities for people to come down and partake in there up and down Maple. They have different food trucks. And then you can go and enjoy our restaurants downtown as well.
Sure.
They also had in the Yak Arena parking lot where they had rides for kids to go on as well. And they're all relatively close so that you could hear the music while the kids were riding on the rides as well too. So I brought a lot of people down to our downtown area, and that was real nice to see, and those people coming down here. And I believe it was from Thursday through Sunday.
Yeah.
So that was great.
Yeah, and I think we needed that. I mean, some of us were COVID-minded and still are, but getting out more and enjoying the idea of bringing your family out, and you had activities that were concerning everything. I mean, adults as well as kids. So that worked out.
Absolutely. COVID brought some things that kept people in their house and kept them away from each other, and we had to come up with ideas to bring that back where people would go and they would just chat, be outside and have a good time. And one of the things that we did with that as well after COVID was bring about our social district downtown, which the way our downtown is lined up, we have a good district to just get out, have a drink, socialize, and have a good time throughout the week as well as the weekends, and then it sort of works right in with the events that we have as well downtown.
Well, with that districting too, it helped us 2 years ago with the art fair, because it wasn't we're going to have it, we're not going to have it, yep, we're going to have it, but then it was too late to get licensing for the individual bars. So this helped out with
It sure did. It took a situation that was going to be problematic, and then it worked in our favor to be able to say, you know what, we can put this in the hands of the bars and restaurants downtown
Yeah.
to have the supply of alcohol for the people that would like those drinks, or pop or wine or whatever through that time, and still have that availability.
Yeah.
And it turned around and showed that our art fair was doing very well with the vendors and stuff, because it worked out that way.
Yeah, and of
So-
course, they went to bat this past art fair too, because they knew what they could do, and hey, we're willing to do it again. So, yeah.
Sure, we put some good minds together. We have our Joe Gruber as our DDA director, and Heather T.D. Champlin as our special events coordinator. Came and worked out the best way of making it work down there, and I think that it's doing very well. So, you know, kudos to them
Yeah.
to come together to make it work for Wyandotte down here.
We were talking before we came on. I didn't realize that you were involved yet with the Kiwanis, and last year is when Kelly Steck got involved with all the nonprofits and what you call the calendar type of program, where
Correct.
everybody can come in and say, hey, we're going to have this and this on this and this date, and everybody's cooperating and helping one another.
Yes, Kelly Steck got together and said what we need to do is get the leadership of all the nonprofit groups together, so that we could go through the calendars, and then we could have our fundraisers or our special projects that we do throughout the year, that we could have people working together versus working against each other. And that's taking off really well.
Yeah. The big thing was the chili contest was it February, March? And that was a citywide one after everybody had their own contest and send their winners to it. When I had talked to Kelly a couple weeks ago, she says, yeah, they're in the planning stage again. And
Yep.
this year, instead of PRCU having the hall, I guess FOP is going to have, so they're taking turns.
Yes, and that, you know, that's the way to do it, is that we work ourselves around and showcase where we're going to be as well too. So
Yeah.
it's nice to spread that around and not just have that in one location.
Okay. So being with the Kiwanis, though, if somebody wants to join, where can they get in touch with your people? Are you having a meeting special every month someplace?
We have meetings twice a month. As a matter of fact, I'm having a meeting tonight with our Kiwanis, and our meetings are at the church at Biddle and Oak, and the meeting is at 6 o'clock, and we will be down there. So anybody who would like to come down and just see what Kiwanis is about, we could talk with them and show them what we do. But the Kiwanis group is there basically to take care of the needs of the children in our world and our community.
Okay.
So that's what we do. That's what Kiwanis is about. We have some big projects that go like neonatal tetanus that we're trying to knock out across the world. That's Kiwanis's international project.
Really?
Oh yeah. So we're working hard to make those things happen, and then in our local community, you know, we want to try and do things to help out children as well too. We also help out like the children's hospitals in our area, and
Wow.
put things towards them, and helping all the children around here. And we do have a youth group called the Key Club at our high school as well, where we have a number of students there that do service projects in the high school.
Wow. So these are things a lot of people don't know.
That is correct. And it's hard to get the information out. Where do you reach people at what
Yeah.
different locations and stuff like that? We do help ringing the bell for the Salvation Army as well, you know, with that. And, you know, that might be a place where people say, hey, are you with Kiwanis? Or, you know, and get to know a little bit more about
Yeah.
what we do. with that as well.
I think that's the impression that Kelly gave me, that it was nice to have a lot of our people get together, participate in each one's thing, and get to know what each group is actually doing. I mean, some might be like American Legion, you know, what they're veterans, and then your dedications and stuff like this. But then what about, like you said, Kiwanis? There's so many others that we really don't know what they do.
Correct.
And that's one way. If we got to get all of you guys together and say, hey, I'm from so, and we do this, this, and this. That's another.
You know, and it might be a good thing. I would like to talk about it at our council meetings. Maybe we can do a little tutorial about our different groups
Yeah.
At the council meeting, so people get a little understanding
Yeah.
each week, and bring up at different meetings, bring up a different group.
Well, yeah, for a simple reason, we do have a lot of new people in, younger people in. They might be willing to come out because most of our groups have older people, right?
Correct.
And you're saying, come on down. Okay. All right, so that's another project you can work on.
Oh, yes, and also, too, we have an event coming up with another hat I put on.
Yeah.
I've been the Music Booster president for the Wyandotte High School and the middle school booster program, and I've been doing that for over 20 years. And we have an event that's coming up that really benefits our community and our children of the marching band, which is our Wyandotte Fan Fair. And that's going to be always, we usually set it up for the first Tuesday of October, which will be the 4th. And we will be starting about 5 o'clock to get these bands coming out. And I believe we have 12 or 14 bands from around the area that will come and perform. And it's wonderful to come out and see that, and the children in our area, and then bring the people from these other areas down to our community and see what we have as well.
Yeah.
So it's great for people to just come down there and partake in that and get good entertainment.
Yeah, I've been there several years. Of course, Tuesday, the day here that we do most of our programs, so I'm going to miss this one. Are they going to take a video of the bands, or is nobody in charge of that yet?
I believe that that we do have a video that they do of it, but we have to be careful about copyright law, about people videoing and reusing, because when we do the music and then perform it, we have to make sure that we pay our fair share. So we have to be careful about people videoing and replaying that.
Right. So it gets to be a technical thing. People don't realize that. I mean, even when we put something on our program, we got to make sure it's okay, you know?
Correct.
Otherwise, we get our hands slapped too. But we don't try to get to that point. Anyway, you said, are they coming on about 5 o'clock, or they're just starting to open up the gates at 5?
They'll be starting to play around 5 o'clock.
Really?
Before that, and I believe that our Wilson Middle School will be getting us started up around that time. So yeah, that'll be the time they should be starting to play.
You know what I like about this whole setup? It's not only in sports now that the middle school is getting active. So when they come into high school, they're knowledgeable. They have an idea of what to expect. And they're busy there too.
Well, we just, every year on Spirit Week, the Monday, our band director does a school tour. So we take the marching band to all of our grade schools and do performances for all of the grade schools in Wyandotte. So those young children see what the program is and what it's all about, and then they want to join. So it's a great thing for our schools as well.
I got to give credit to Mark D'Angelo, though. I don't think he spent many days on vacation on his own. I mean, every time it was either a car wash or getting together for this or that, and then all of a sudden he's up in camp, and gee, can't get him on the show. He's too busy doing something all the time.
During his part of the season, he's definitely busy, and he's got things going every day. And but that's what makes the program the way it is the dedication of his, and getting people to be there to support his program as well. Which we have some good people that come over there and do what needs are, and it's from people just making lunches, or when they go for competition. We have a good group of people that come just to make sure these children are nourished before they go out. So it's a village to raise these children, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
So, but he's got a good group of people that are working with him, and he's dedicated to make sure that the band is there for all of his children.
And one thing too, he's considered almost like a coach, because I mean, it goes from one season to another. You got your football games that you have to get your own program for that too, right?
Oh, absolutely.
And then different style of music through the school year. I think I got the biggest kick out of him when he had what he learned in New York, and got the group to do that. And I said, wow, okay. So I hope that he continues on there for many years. And parents, I think, appreciate it. If they know a teacher is there for them and to teach their kids something that's valuable.
And, it doesn't stop just at marching band with him. He's got concert band, symphony band.
Yeah.
So they continue on throughout the year. And we also have a string orchestra, which I believe the only other one that's around in the area is in Saline.
Really?
So, yeah, so we got some extra things here in Wyandotte that we don't have just in all the schools around here. But Wyandotte is still doing it.
Great. Okay. If they're coming before 5 o'clock, is there a fee at all?
There is. I believe it's $5.
Okay.
Don't put it.
But there is a small minimal.
There is, and there will be concessions for people to have as well. We'll have like memorabilia from that we like to sell, sweats and that sort of stuff to support our band as well. And everything that we do down there, all that goes back into the kids.
Okay.
All that money goes back into the kids. So every $5 or whatever that's spent there is nobody getting paid out of it. It's going right back to the kids' education and their music.
Okay. So you have to make sure that this coming Tuesday, October 4th, Roseville High School, 12 to 14 band's going to be there. Plus the middle school will do the introduction, right, on the field. Yeah. And that'd be nice. I'm trying to figure out, though, who most of the teams are. I mean, I shouldn't say teams. Bands are. Are they all mostly local, or they're out?
They're mostly local. We normally have a college band that comes in. I can't recall who that college band is going to be this time. But, yeah, most of them are local in here, and sometimes they compete against some of them at different times.
Yeah.
But this is it's really not a competitive situation.
No.
Enjoy for what ours is. It's just to enjoy it. And a lot of the other schools really like what we do here.
They don't have the same competition or any type of come on down.
We give out awards and stuff there.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's different levels of competition for the bands, MCDA, and so. But we're not doing it as a competition for points to get to the state.
It's the idea for people being aware of what their school is doing, because maybe they don't even know what they're doing.
Well, the kids, when they go to entertain, they want to have a crowd in front of them.
Why
They
not?
want to perform for the parents that are out there for them. So, you know, anytime that we can have that opportunity to do that, that's a great thing. But it was put in specifically as a fundraiser so that we can put back into our kids.
Okay, and it worked
And it works
out.
well, yes.
This has been how many years? About,
Oh, it's been a number of years.
Yeah.
You remember that it used to be where we had the drum and bugle chorus.
Yep.
Used to come and play, and then
Yep.
then that went away, and then there was some clamor that we needed something back. So that's when we started doing this.
okay. Do they have drum and bugle corps anymore?
They do.
But not in Michigan, I don't think, do they?
I don't think they have any more Michigan corps.
And they used to come in the summertime. They'd even rent
Yes.
Roosevelt High School just to have sleeping and food area.
Yeah, and there's been times where we've had some corps come here specifically on their travels to just practice and stuff,
Yeah,
and we would house them like in our gym as well while they were just laying over.
Boy, we're showing our age, aren't we?
Oh yeah. But you know, everybody loves music in some
Yeah.
way or form. So, you know, there's something I think that a lot of people could grasp onto here.
Right. Okay, so besides that, anything else that we should be aware of? Or you say, just watch the council meetings, right?
Watch the city council meetings. You know, we'll be presenting all the different events that we'll have coming up, and you know, it's good around this time. These are where we're getting into the holidays, and we're going to be coming up to our parade soon. And
Yeah.
you know, we want people in our community to be aware of those things so that they can share in them, and we want them to be down here and just enjoy what we have to offer.
And we do have a beautiful place. I mean, we have guests that come in from out of town, and they go down Biddle Avenue and say, "You got the whole riverfront. You got all this beautiful stuff." And
Absolutely.
yeah, and then I can remember we were trying to get a hotel or motel in here many years ago, and they said, "No, you only have three-sided city," and they got discouraged along the way, because I know at that time I was working for Holiday Inn. That's shown sometime too. But anyway, we do have a beautiful place, and we have a lot of facilities.
And getting better. It's
Yeah.
getting better. We had, you know, the apartments and building going up on 2nd and Oak Street
yeah.
that everybody is looking at and wondering all the things that are going to be happening there. We've had some building going on 1st and Oak, where Ron Thomas and Rise Above Ventures started working there, fixed that corner up. Then they went over to the Vault in that building and fixed that one up nice. And now they're going to our old City Hall.
City Hall.
And we're going to
Old
work on
Federal
that.
Building.
And, you know, so that's been many years that has been there without any sort of renovation. And,
Yeah.
and looking forward to what their plans on there. Plus, in this building as well, we are sitting in now, that we're going to have some tenants that'll be up above us on the 4th floor. So
I heard we have already a couple of them.
I believe we do.
Yeah.
And those are things that are great, that we're getting people that want to move down here, live above, you know, these businesses in the downtown area,
Yeah.
and partake in all the things we have going on. So we want everybody to have a share in that.
All righty. And you know, it sounds like you're taking the reign of Councilman, as well as Kiwanis, as well as Booster Club, all in one.
Sure. You know what? Idle hands, you know, are the devil's worship. So I want to make sure that I'm out there and keep them busy for our community and the children of our community as they grow up, and work for the ones as well that have been in the community for many years,
Yeah.
to offer as much as we can so everybody has a place downtown Wyandotte
Yeah.
and in our communities.
Well, I thank you for at least you got a chance to go there, which I didn't. I went to the school and got a little bit of the JV volleyball, and that was entertaining in itself. But I mean, just to see these younger girls in competition. But I think it helps, like we said, they're in the middle school and they get up and they already know the basics. And you sit there and say, "Wow, okay." And that one was 8 schools from this area, and Wyandotte happened to be lucky, and they won that one and beat Lincoln Park. It was close games, though, and a good turnout, too.
Good.
So that helped out. So that was another part, see? So, hey, thanks for coming. If you ever want to come back on and give us more information.
It would be my pleasure to do that.
Okay.
I'm always willing to come down and talk about our community.
Okay. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you.
And thanks for watching. See you next time on Up, Down, and Around Town. Bye now. Okay.